Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today is Monday, and I'm going to be working on my 365 calendar project, where I take a 365 calendar that I got off of Amazon. It's been a couple months since I explained it, so I figured I'd do that. Lots of new people. So I bought this calendar. It is by Marjolaine Bastine. This is today's one. Isn't it pretty? The fish. I love it. So what I do is on Monday, I go and take all the ones that I've ripped off for the week, Monday through Sunday, and I create ephemera with them. Journal cards, tags, pockets, bookmarks, or belly bands. I've done a whole bunch of things. But I was looking through my list, and I haven't done pockets in a while, so I figured I'm going to do some pockets. And then I was thinking, well, you know, what can I do? I'm always trying to think of something I haven't done. And I'm like, well, I really haven't used some of my old washi tape in a while. And another thing, if you haven't seen recently, this has actually been a couple weeks, I actually had a craft lunch where I dropped all my washi tape. As you can see, I have not put it back in color order. So let's put that back to the side here. It is a hot mess. And I also recently did this video that it took washi strips on paper and then it was sanded. So I kind of put all that together, hot mess washi tapes, need pockets, sanding, and I come up with that idea for today's ephemera cards. So the first one that I did, I think the last Mondays, is where I took some long lost, newfound scrapbook mats. They were like 4x6. So I thought, well, why don't I take some of the ugly ones, because they're white on the back, and make journal cards. Well, silly me, kind of forgot that washi tape is kind of see-through. This is a similar one to this, and you can see the lattice through there. I'm not totally mad about it. I mean, I kind of like it, but not exactly the look I was going for, because the colors in the calendar is usually nice and bright. So I figured I'll just make a journal card for something future, finished it off, put something on the back. So I like it, just not for today's project. So I'll put that to the side. So then I thought, well, let's just take index cards. And I like that finished better. So I took a 4x6 index card and added the washi tape and did the sanding and the grunging. Kind of see the lines in the back because I covered it up. Put a backing on there to write on, but then I'm thinking, well, this is 6, that's not going to make a very good pocket. So that is back to being a journal card. So I have another journal card. So what I've done is I've taken my 4x6 journal cards and I have cut them down to 5 inches, which will make a great size for pockets. All right, so let me show you. It's not rocket science, but we're going to have fun doing this. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just randomly reaching in and grabbing a washi tape and putting it on there. So this is kind of like, I would call it a like, not really like a masterboard of washi, but sort of, because that was really some extra tape I didn't need to put on there. And then I'm taking it and I'm putting it into a bucket over here where I will not use this one again on any of the cards. So it's going to be fun, I think. It's going to be just whatever it ends up being. And what's nice about those, once I'm done with all these, what's nice about the pictures I'm going to use, there's lots of different colors in there. So I'm sure that at some point, you know, one of the colors will spark on here and I'll go, that'll go good with the picture. So I'm not pre-planning. I'm not gonna judge. I really literally am looking forward and 3 florals in a row. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't do that. Boy, I don't even think I've used this one. Not going to veto anything that pops up. And go from there. At some point I'll probably, after we've done a couple, I'll probably go ahead and fast forward this. But I'm going to overlap that just slightly so I give a little bit more room at the top. How is your day going? Hopefully well. It is getting back to humid again around here, which is never fun. I think I'm going to have this. It'll hang off the top and I'll have to cut it off a little bit, but there we go. Okay, so now it is set. So now I'm going to take my sanding block. The original one that I saw, I think it was Crafts by Tony that did those washi strips. She had sanding discs that went on there. I do not have them. I have this, and somewhere I've got a nail file. But this seemed to work very well, actually, because it's a big surface. Okay, now that does one of two things. It dulls down the shininess of any plasticity of the washi tape, but the other thing it does is it really burnishes it onto the index card. So what I did after that is I'm going to go ahead and fold this over and tuck it into the back. I found the easiest way to do it is just do this, where you push, because you're pushing down on the card to the table, and when you fold it over, it gives a pretty crisp line. I need to put a little glue on there. I just folded it up. And I'm going to go ahead and fold that, maybe. I think it'll be okay. I'll take a little glue in the corners where it's popping up. But I don't mind the messiness back here, because I'm gonna cover it up with a backing paper to cover all the mess. All right, so I'm gonna get that and get a backing paper. So what I've done is cut pieces of backing paper that are 4 tall, which is that height, by 4.5, because I did want to see, wrapping around the back, the washi tapes, because they're fun. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glue that on so that it can dry. Do our best to line this up. And I did not. But it's close, and nothing a little ink won't fix. So I'm going to cut this. After I put my glasses on to see, I'm going to trim that white that's showing in the front here. And like I said, we would just go ahead and ink that, and you would never notice that it is not good. I'm going to stop inking because I'm going to wait for this to dry, and I'm going to round the corners, so I like to round the corners on those. But yeah, it mutes it down. That might be hard to say, but it really does give it more of a feel of like that is just a piece of paper. I'll figure out which way, like if I do the notch there to do the pocket, or then again, I might not round it if I'm making a pocket. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I like it. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Now, obviously this is going to be very repetitive for this, so I'm gonna keep filming it, because people might want to see the pieces come up, but feel free to zap ahead and see how we get to the point where I add the stuff on. And when I go back and edit this video, I'll probably leave these on to show them getting done. No talking, no yeah, just pretty washi tape getting laid down. Oh, I'm gonna switch this. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't know if it's gonna be up or down, but for right now, we're gonna pretend that that is gonna be the top, even though I really don't know. But those flowers do go one direction. I thought this was a interesting idea too, because there are definitely washi tapes that I bought where you buy a group of them, and you know, say you buy, there's a pack of 10 and you really like, you know, 6 of them, and there's 4 that you really don't like, but you got them because they had some fun ones in there. So what do you do with the ones that you don't like? Well, you randomly stick your hand in a box and make some journal cards. I seem to be grabbing, I've noticed, a lot of the really big ones, not the small ones, and I'm not doing that on purpose. I just think the way the hand reaches in there, the bigger ones are just easier to grab, because like I said, I'm not looking whatsoever. Okay. All right, so let's... Okay. Now, I was originally thinking about gluing them down on the front, putting some glue on the index card and then gluing them down, but it was hard to do because, you know, if you glue the whole card, it dries before you can get to the end. So it kind of defeated the purpose. And then that's because the first one I did, the one with that weird background, it's hard to tell because I did cover the whole thing. This, I had done the washi to the end and then cut it off. So it probably, that one needed to be glued down. But since these are getting wrapped around, I don't feel the need to have worried about gluing them down. Because in the end, yeah, the ends back here are going to be covered with paper, and in the front it will get covered with picture. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I'm not going to throw the stuff on the back. I'll do that off camera. Oh, grab 2, put 1 back. It's more fun to watch the colors get chose, I think. If you're still here watching, of course. Oops. Oh, okay, it was just, I'll say it looks like it was cut, but I did not cut that part. All right, so there's some weirdness going on there. Let's get rid of that. I'm trying to be really precise about this one because it has a line at the bottom and it's going to be noticeable if it's not straight. Ooh, something with words. I don't think I've ever used this one either. I can kind of tell because 99 out of 100 times I use the washi tape. I rip it instead of cutting it, so when I see a washi tape that has a straight edge, it makes me think, I've never used it before. This one I've used a lot. I like this one. Actually goes pretty good with that, I believe, because there's some blue flowers in there. Now here's one I definitely know I haven't used much of because it's got the gold foiling on there. And I'm not a big fan of the gold foiling in general. So but actually this is kind of, This is kind of working out. This one specifically is actually looking like stuff I would have actually chose because like these butterflies have the same color as the blue with the gold, and there's blue and there's blue and the blue butterflies, and yeah, actually, I was gonna say, watch, this next one will be so obscure that it'll be like, why did you ever put that together purposefully? But I could live with wood. All right, and some green. Okay, well, I'm quite happy with this one. It is, yeah. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen to this gold foilie when I sand it, but I guess we'll see. Well, it definitely knocked it back a bit, which makes me happy. Okay. And this side. All right, so there is just ever so little bit of fold over. I don't think it's going to fold very well, so I'm going to trim this one. Try to follow along with the yeah, I really like that one. That one's cool. Looks like I need a little bit more trimming right here. Beautiful. I love it. Very cool. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Where's the end? So some of you might, if follow along pretty good, know that I'm working on my next journal, which is a 50s journal. And I actually have sort of started it. I did it off camera. I've decided to take the pages and glue them onto my comic book boards. And I'm going to probably do, I haven't kind of decided on the binding. I'm not going to do that tape binding where they tape like 3 and then the next one's 2 and you fold it over. I've done a small journal like that. I haven't decided if I want to do that, or I recently saw a journal that had just 2 holes in it, but it was tied with a pretty ribbon. I was thinking, well, that could be interesting. I don't want to do rings. Arrow on. Yeah, I don't want to do rings per se, like the silver ones. I wanted to be able to open flat on there. So yeah, I'm quite excited. It's turned out very well. I'm using that the 50s kit, plus I'm using the Arty from Junk Journal Studio as the backing pages. And if you've hung with me at this point, I think you deserve to have some fun, little sneak peek. But here they are. This is the, actually that's the back. Yeah, flip around. There's going to be the cover, 60s Designer, but then there's the Arty pages, and have those glued in there. So yeah, so I think it's very cool. But like I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to bind it yet. It's pretty thick. It's about almost an inch, but I thought, you know, some of those I've done like 2-inch thick journals, so I don't think it's too bad. At first I thought it was going to be too big, but yeah, so I was thinking about that tape binding, or like I said, there was holes with ribbon, but like I said, I wanted to be able to open up and be able to work flat. So yeah, I'm quite excited. I can't wait to get this completely started. Yeah, so if you're hanging around, that's a little bonus that people who have jumped forward didn't get to see. Well, this is interesting how it's kind of turning all orange here. I'm on it. I am honestly not looking. I kind of amazing myself. Keeping looking forward and reaching my hand behind me and just grabbing a tape. Oh, yeah, the only odd one out is really here, but there is some peach and pink in there, so an orange, amazing. But these really aren't taking as that long either, you know, especially the smaller size journal card here. Too. I probably even, I mean, it's kind of cool in the back. I probably could even leave it blank or not put some paper on there to leave it as an open journal spot. It still kind of looks like it's kind of fun with the randomness of the washi tapes coming forward. Yeah, very cool. I love it. I am quite happy so far. All right. So will the wheels of the bus falling off on this one? Is the question, I guess. All right. Really, the hardest one to put on here is the first one because I'm trying to line it up good. I probably could go over and cut it, but once it's down, it's taped. It doesn't move after that, so it becomes really easy to do. All right, there's another one of these gold ones. Some suns. Oh, another wood. Yeah, see the wheels on the bus are falling off. I mean, individually, I really like those tapes that have the wood grain washi. Yeah, the wheels on the bus have fallen off on this one. But we'll see. By the time the picture of the calendar gets added and maybe a tag or two, like you won't hardly see anything popping out. And as I take a deep breath and go, oh, okay, that's just, don't think I have any redeeming answers to this one. Is every painting Picasso did a masterpiece? I don't think so. Yeah, I know I'm not a Picasso. Well, I like that. This is a pretty one. Okay. All right, interesting. Okay. I mean, I don't hate it. Just got a little bit of an overhang here. Yeah, not so bad. All right, well, last one. I gotta get this one piece of washi out of my hand. There we go. Okay, last, I think we're doing about 6 or 7. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 7. I definitely see myself doing this in the future on other stuff because I like it. I did do, I remember doing something similar to this right in the beginning of my channel. That I think I did a square, if I recall correctly, and I actually color coordinated them, and then I kind of in diagonal for pockets. That goes really well together. I'm not going to say maybe we're on the right track again, but go ahead and jinx it. But this could be back on the right track, because I might think there's actually purple and pink flowers in that one, and that really matches. So here comes a bright orange or green. Watch. Oh my! Look at that. Okay, this one's never been used. More purple flowers. I hope there's a purple day. Interesting. Kind of bluish, but it works. Oh, and we settle on a bummer. Okay. Okay, get that back side all settled in. And I think I'll trim this one because there's very little bit hanging, you know? Not too bad. I do not mind it. Okay, well there is the 6 cards. I think they're fun. I think they're lots of fun. And we have the used bucket. That's where I was throwing them. I'm gonna put those back in the bucket. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna pause the video and get the actual pictures ready. I'm gonna put my washi tape away so I don't elbow it because I keep sort of nudging it, and I'm gonna have another craft to land here if I'm not too careful. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back to finish this guy up. All right, I am back and I have gone through and rounded the edges of my calendar pages and inked them like usual because it's kind of boring. And I was so happy that I had orange flowers. I'm like, that's going to be perfect for that. So one thing I did do that I kind of made a mistake and didn't realize until afterwards is I'd gone through and backed all of them, kind of how like I did for the journal cards, because that was what I had in my mind. Wrap over the washi tape, put the backing on there, but it's going to be a pocket, so it really didn't need to have that on there. But it did give some strength, so I'm not totally mad about it, but yeah, did not have to technically do that. So what I did do though is I did have a spot to be able to mark the thumb holes. I went through and did that because I was kind of waiting for them to fully dry the backing before I decided to do that. Now there's two ways I could do this. I could round them, or I could just leave it straight. Now, I should do the thumb holes after I do the picture. Yeah, because I forgot about that. It's taller. So I'm going to make these really simple and straightforward. I got a picture and I found one label to put on there and call it a day. I did round one of them just to see what it looked like, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I can always go back when I go to add it to a page. I could always go back at that point and round those corners. So, but you can't unround them, right? So we'll go ahead and get these. Actually, I think I'm gonna put this on this side. There we go. label. Put the label right there. Okay, and like I said, we probably should have, it's not too much overlapped, but there we go. Do the picture. All right, so there we have a simple little pocket. I love it. Very cool. Okay, so this one, I had two labels. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. Nobody is perfect or by airmail, because there's a butterfly and a bee. So it's kind of by airmail. I want to put on that side because whichever label I'm going to put on that side. So I'd love to hear if you like this project and which one of these is your favorite. And if you would think about doing it, I definitely am going to do it again. I think these came out very cool. And yeah, so they would make fun journal cards for sure. Nobody's perfect. Or by airmail. I think I like the by airmail. I'm gonna put that right there. Yeah, we'll save that. Cute. Okay. All right, so this one is just a bucket of, I'm guessing they're raspberries. We had, growing up when I was little, our next door neighbor, we had, the towns we grew up in had chain link fences. So they were easy to get through, and they had a raspberry bush that they grew right on the chain link side of our yard, and the leaves would come through, the stems would come through, and guess what would also come through? Raspberries. So we'd be able to walk by and pick some raspberries off and eat them fresh off the vine. They were so good, so good. All right, this one I just put some random, kind of look like Greek letters. I see delta and omega and epsilon, so I'm not sure why I thought raspberries seemed kind of Greek, but that bowl, it just kind of spoke to me. I don't know. Okay, all right, so for this one, I got persist, shine like the stars, because I thought that was kind of perfect for these animals. The birds and the butterfly, and I think I'll put that down there. Be able to put, yeah, I'll be able to do that. These pictures were taller to begin with, more like, I was about 5 inches tall, I think. So I had to trim them all down to about 3 3/4 to fit on here. But most of the ones I could, or all of them, I could really find, put that up here where it's white behind it. I could find, either just a little off the top or off the bottom to make it not ruin the picture at all. All right. I forgot to ink that other one. Not that it's mandatory or anything, but just want to throw a little ink on here just to knock off any of the white that's showing through. And I see, oops, sorry, kind of loud. A bit of that washi tape that I didn't notice. It had gotten folded over. There we go. Yeah, cute. Okay, so that one got inked up, beautiful. All right, 2 more. Yeah, so if you like this video, I'd love to hear your comments. I'll give it a thumbs up. Would be also helpful. Spread the word about the video. Would be great. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you watched the whole video, then you probably saw my little sneak peek of my next journal. And if you want to see that being worked on, definitely, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I start posting that one. Okay, so this is just a blue random label. I thought was cool. There's blue, I'm guessing, I don't know if they're blueberries because they're on a weird plant, kind of similar to that, but the berries, and they're blue. And there's blue, so that's why I picked that one. All right, so this one, oh, I forgot to put the hole. Forgot to do the thumb hole. All right, the last one was the first one that I had originally found a label for and had pre-done the thumb hole or the rounding before I decided not to. So I did do that, but that is okay. So I have this. I think I'm going to do it here. Squirrel. And I've got this lovely sign that says marriage state of, because there is 2 squirrels on there. So who's not to say that the 2 squirrels have not gotten married? This one's bringing nuts to that one because they love each other, right? Okay. All right, I don't necessarily want to get rid of the word believe. Marriage, state of believe. Too fun. Too fun. All right, so pop a thumb hole on here, and I will re-ink the top of this. Right there. And call that one done. Okay, well that was fun. It's so quick and easy to decorate. And usual, if I go to enter it into a journal, or into a journal, and I want to add something else to it, at that point I can, but they are cute as they are in general. So let me show you these up close and personal. All right, so here we go. Squirrel. they're cute, and I think that really the browns, the wood, came out great on that one. Hint of purple, can really hardly even tell that there's an off color in there. Beautiful. And then, like I said, the back there is that one that was shiny. Can't even see, it's just hinting through. Okay, there is that one. It's just a pot of berries. Pretty simple, blues and pinks. I like it. All right, and this bowl of berries. Blues and pinks, not too bad. And I did it upside down because the flowers are upside down, but that's okay. Could always throw another something there and you wouldn't even know. All right, and then this one, persist, shine like the stars, beautiful birds and butterflies. This is the one that was really kind of ugly, I think I recall. Didn't match at all, but you can hardly tell that, you know, they got the green in theirs, and this has a little bit of purple for that and the yellow for the sun. So yeah, don't mind that at all at this point. And then this one with the blues and pinks. Like I said, this is the one where it was going really well. Pinks and purples and blues, and then I landed on this yellow that I thought, ugh. But when I found this picture, it had the purples and then it had the yellow near the bottom. So it really ended up tying together without even trying. So very cool. And then finally, the pink and orange one. I'm quite happy. I did have something with orange flowers, so it was perfect for this. So almost like I plan to do the pocket that way. I love it. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. Another successful Monday calendar project. All right, that's going to be it for me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that has stuck through with me to the end here. I hope to see you come back, and that is going to be it. As usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.